Hello, been away for a while. I wanted to do a new video. I started these off talking about Western civilization and so forth. But in the last 8, 9 months, it seems like the crises have grown exponentially and they're getting more so. I think one of the things I wanted to talk about was every person, every civilization, every company goes through crises, and it's how you respond to those crises, those emergencies that define you and determine where you're going to end up. I have a quote here. I don't know who said it, but it's difficulty is what wakes up the genius. And I think one of the things about especially Western civilization in the last at least 500 years is we've gone through several problems, crises, almost destruction in some cases. And we've managed to stay afloat and become even better. And sometimes it's kind of scary at how much better we are, at least mechanically. We seem to have lost a lot of the moral fiber, and I know some people might laugh at that, but like in my own country, when the Constitution was written, I believe John Adams was asked how it worked, and he said only a moral and a religious people will enable the Constitution to work. And that, I think, comes from honor and abiding by an accepted code of how one behaves and so forth. And we've done that pretty well for a long time. Right now, the streets of our cities, in many cases, not the whole city, it's usually just some places, have descended into chaos. And it might not be as bad as one might think. I know several weeks ago, I was talking to a man who lives in a suburb of Los Angeles on the coast. And he said, I asked him, I said, well, is LA as bad as the news prints it out to be? And he says, well, downtown LA is, but not where he lives. It's not bad. So you just have to take these things. There's a city about 50 miles from me that has a reputation of being unlivable, but there are gorgeous neighborhoods in that city that are not touched by the crime reports and so forth. So you have to remember that. But back to the main thing. We get problems, I think, in order to keep us alert and to keep us on our toes. In a society like ours that has all the material benefits that we have, people basically for a long time have been able to live in comfort and know that things were safe and so forth. And we are devolving away from that. Not everywhere, like I said, but in a lot of the major areas, and a lot of our elite. And the elite of every country, of every civilization, defines what that country's civilization is and where it's going to go. And right now, our elite, in some cases, in many cases, has descended into delusion about basic humanity and about what defines a human being. So this is just, I'm going to try to get back up and do some more things, but this is just kind of an opening of, without civilization, we cannot have what we have. And barbarism is only not even a stone's throw. It's right there, waiting to jump into the mess. And somewhere, you've got a lot of haters running around now, and they're very vehement about that. But haters do not create, they destroy. And civilization is what creates, and it's created by people who believe in something better and something that would be good for all. So think about this and read more and get more involved. And I say this all the time, but in order for our Constitution, our republic, our civilization to stand, its citizens have to be more involved. And we can't wait for someone else to solve the problems for us. And I think that's part of our problem, is many of us are waiting for somebody else to show up and solve our problems. And that may happen. It does happen a lot of times. But sometimes the result of the one person being the problem solver becomes even more of a problem. So be a citizen, be involved, and do what it takes to make sure that the people we elect do what they say they're going to do, and keep their feet to the fire. So you have a good day.